Ladies and gentlemen, let me ask you something. Where is your energy going? Seriously, where? Because if you're feeling stuck, overwhelmed, frustrated, or like your dreams are out of reach, I guarantee you the problem isn't your talent. It's not your potential. It's not even your circumstances. It's where your energy is going. Every single day, you wake up with a certain amount of mental, emotional, and physical energy. It's like a bank account. And just like money, once you spend it, it's gone. Now, here's the question. Are you spending it on things that matter? Or are you wasting it on things that drain you, distract you, and pull you further away from the life you want? Let's get real. How much energy are you wasting on overthinking? On worrying about what other people think? On scrolling through social media, comparing yourself to people who aren't even paying attention to you? How much energy are you spending on toxic relationships? On complaining about things you have no control over? On making excuses instead of taking action? Because here's the truth. Your dreams require energy. Your goals require focus. And if you're constantly spending your energy on things that don't move you forward, you will never get where you want to go. You say you want success. You say you want financial freedom. You say you want a better life. But let's be honest, are your daily actions matching your dreams? Because success isn't about what you say you want. It's about what you actually do. And this is where people get it wrong. They think success is about adding more things, more habits, more tasks, more motivation. But it's not. Success starts with subtraction. You need to start eliminating the things that are wasting your time, draining your energy, and keeping you distracted. You need to stop overthinking and just start. You need to stop doubting yourself and trust that you'll figure it out as you go. You need to stop giving your energy to people who don't support you, to habits that don't serve you, and to thoughts that don't empower you. You need to clear the clutter in your mind, in your schedule, and in your life. Because when you do, you create space. Space for focus, space for action, space for success. Now, let's talk about fear, because fear is one of the biggest energy drains there is. Fear of failure, fear of rejection, fear of looking stupid, fear of making the wrong choice. Fear will paralyze you if you let it. And you want to know the crazy thing? Most of the things you're afraid of, they're never even going to happen. Think about it. How many times have you stressed yourself out, imagining worst case scenarios that never actually came true? How much energy have you wasted worrying about things that didn't even happen? You are exhausting yourself with fear, and it is stealing your dreams. Fear will keep you standing still while life moves on without you. So here's what I want you to do. Instead of wasting energy on what ifs, start using your energy for what's next. Instead of focusing on fear, focus on action. Because fear only controls you when you let it stop you. And if you're waiting for the perfect time to start, stop. There is no perfect time. The perfect time is right now. Start small if you have to, but start. Take one step, then another, then another. Because success is not built on one big move. It's built on tiny, consistent actions day after day, moment after moment. And before you know it, you've created momentum. You've built discipline. You've developed confidence. And most importantly, you've proven to yourself that you are capable. Listen to me, your future self is watching. The version of you who has everything you want, they are looking back at you right now, hoping, begging, praying that you will make the right choices today. Because every choice you make right now, it's either moving you closer to your dream or it's keeping you stuck. Every single day you wake up with a set amount of energy, mental, emotional, and physical. It's like a battery. And just like your phone battery drains the more you use it, your personal energy gets used up throughout the day. The real question is, where is your energy going? Are you investing it in things that push you toward your dreams? Or are you wasting it on things that drain you, distract you, and keep you stuck in the same cycle? Most people don't even realize how much energy they are wasting. They wake up and before they even take control of their day, they are already reacting to everything around them. They check their phones first thing in the morning, scrolling through social media, comparing themselves to other people. They let negativity, whether from the news, toxic relationships, or their own self-doubt take over before they've even had a chance to focus on themselves. By the time they actually try to work on their goals, they're exhausted, unmotivated, and filled with excuses. And here's the truth. If you don't take control of your energy, the world will take it from you. Distractions will take it. Negative people will take it. Your own bad habits will take it. And before you know it, you're left feeling drained, frustrated, and stuck in the same place year after year. Think about it. Every time you overthink a decision, every time you replay past mistakes in your head, every time you let someone else's opinion dictate your self-worth, you are spending energy that could have been used to build your dream. Every moment spent worrying about what other people think of you is a moment that could have been spent working on yourself. And let's be honest, how much energy are you wasting on things that don't serve you? How many hours have you spent scrolling through social media, consuming other people's lives instead of creating your own? How many times have you let a single negative comment ruin your entire mood for the day? How much energy have you given to fear, self-doubt, and procrastination? Your energy is your most valuable currency. You wouldn't throw your money away on things that don't matter, so why are you throwing away your energy? You only get a limited amount every single day, and once it's gone, it's gone. The key to success is not about working harder, it's about working smarter. It's about protecting your energy and using it in a way that actually moves you forward. If you're feeling drained, exhausted, and stuck, it's not because you're incapable. It's not because you're not smart enough, talented enough, or motivated enough. It's because your energy is being spent in the wrong places. You are feeding the wrong thoughts, the wrong people, and the wrong habits. So what do? You start by setting boundaries. You stop giving your energy to people who don't support you. You stop engaging in conversations that bring you down. You stop wasting time on activities that don't align with your goals. You take back control of your focus, your time, and your life. You also need to start being intentional with where your energy goes. Instead of checking your phone first thing in the morning, take 5 minutes to set your mindset for the day. Instead of reacting to the world around you, take control of your own actions. Instead of wasting energy on self-doubt, put that energy into taking small, consistent steps toward your goals. This is not about being perfect. You don't need to have everything figured out, but you do need to start being mindful of what you allow into your life. Every choice you make is either giving you energy or taking it away. Every decision is either moving you closer to your dreams or keeping you stuck. And here's something you need to understand. Your future self is depending on you to make the right choices today. The person you want to become, the life you want to live, the success you want to achieve, it's all waiting for you on the other side of discipline, focus, and energy management. If you keep spending your energy on things that don't matter, you will never have enough left to build the life that does. If you keep giving your focus to distractions, you will never create the momentum you need to succeed. So stop waiting for motivation. Stop waiting for the right time. Stop waiting for someone else to give you permission. Take control of your energy, protect it fiercely, and start using it to build the life you actually want. Because if you don't, someone else will use it for you. Every single day, you're making a choice whether you realize it or not. You're either letting distractions control your life, or you're taking control and focusing on what actually matters. And here's the hard truth. Most people are completely unaware of just how much they are sabotaging themselves. Distractions aren't always obvious. They don't always come in the form of someone knocking on your door, interrupting your work. Sometimes distractions are sneaky. They disguise themselves as things that seem important, checking emails, constantly, endlessly scrolling through social media under the illusion that you're staying informed or overanalyzing every decision until you've convinced yourself not to act. One of the biggest distractions, your own excuses. And let's be real, you've got a lot of them. You don't have time. You don't have the resources. You're too tired. You're not ready yet. You need more information before you start. You're waiting for the perfect moment. But let me tell you something, is no perfect moment. And the more time you waste making excuses, the further you push your dreams away. Let's talk about time. How often do you hear people say, I just don't have time? But if you actually tracked how you spent your hours in a day, you'd be shocked. Time isn't your problem, your priorities are. You say you want success, but are you making time for it? You say you want to build something great, but how much of your energy is being poured into things that don't serve your goals? Think about how often you pick up your phone without even realizing it. Think about how much time you spend consuming content instead of creating something for yourself. Think about how easy it is to get sucked into someone else's drama, to scroll through negativity, to waste hours worrying about things you can't control. That's not a lack of time, it's a lack of discipline. You will never have enough time if you keep giving it away to things that don't matter. You will never have the energy to chase your dreams if you keep exhausting yourself on meaningless distractions. And the scariest part, most people don't even realize they're doing it. There's another distraction that's even more dangerous than social media, emails, or wasted time: self-doubt. The mental loop that plays in your head telling you that you're not ready, not smart enough, not capable. You distract yourself with thoughts of failure before you even try. You let fear take up space in your mind when it has no business being there. And here's what happens when you do that: you freeze. You procrastinate. You avoid the very thing you know you need to do. Not because you can't do it, but because you've convinced yourself that you'll fail before you even start. Success doesn't come from wishing. It doesn't come from waiting. It doesn't come from hoping that someday you'll wake up magically more confident. It comes from action. From making the decision to start, even when you're scared. From choosing to focus, even when distractions are pulling at you from every direction. So, what's the solution? First, you need to get brutally honest with yourself about where your time and energy are going. Start tracking it. Notice the patterns. Pay attention to the little distractions that add up over time. Because once you become aware of them, you can start taking control. Second, stop negotiating with yourself. When you decide to do something, do it. No more, I'll start tomorrow. No more, just 5 more minutes of scrolling. No more waiting until you feel ready. The moment you catch yourself making an excuse, shut it down. Act anyway. And third, create an environment that supports your focus. If you know your phone is a distraction, put it in another room while you work. If you know certain people drain your energy, set boundaries. If you know that fear is keeping you stuck, remind yourself that action is the antidote to fear. The people who succeed aren't the ones who never feel distracted. They're the ones who refuse to let distractions win. They make the choice every single day to take control of their time, their focus, and their future. You have to decide what matters more, your distractions or your dreams, because you can't have both. Your mindset is the most powerful tool you have. It can either be your biggest asset or your greatest enemy. And the truth is, most people are letting their mindset hold them back without even realizing it. Think about how you talk to yourself every single day. The words you repeat in your mind, the thoughts you dwell on, the beliefs you've carried with you for years. Are they pushing you forward or are they keeping you stuck? Most people have no idea how much damage they're doing to themselves just by the way they think. When you wake up in the morning, do you instantly start thinking about what's wrong? Do you focus on the things you don't have, the challenges ahead, the reasons you might fail? Or do you wake up and immediately shift your focus to what's possible, to what you can control, to the steps you can take to move forward? Your brain is wired to look for what you focus on. If you constantly tell yourself that things are hard, that you're not good enough, that success isn't possible for you, guess what? Your brain will find evidence to prove you right. But if you start telling yourself a different story, if you start choosing to believe in yourself, your brain will begin to work in your favor. This is why so many people stay stuck for years. They never challenge their own thoughts. They never stop to ask themselves if what they believe is actually true. They assume that just because they've thought a certain way for a long time, it must be reality. But that's not how it works. Your mindset is a choice. And if you want to be successful, you have to start choosing thoughts that serve you, not thoughts that sabotage you. Fear is one of the biggest ways your mindset holds you back. Fear of failure, fear of judgment, fear of change. And if you let it, fear will run your entire life. It will keep you in the same place, doing the same things, avoiding risks, avoiding opportunities, avoiding growth. But here's the thing about fear. It's just a feeling. It's not real. It's your brain trying to protect you from the unknown. And the only way to overcome it is to act in spite of it. The more you step outside your comfort zone, the more you prove to yourself that fear has no real power over you. Your confidence is built through action. You don't wake up one day suddenly believing in yourself. You believe in yourself because you've shown yourself that you can do hard things. Because you've taken risks, you've failed, and you've kept going anyway. So if you struggle with self-doubt, if you constantly feel like you're not capable enough, not talented enough, not ready yet, let me tell you something. The only way to change that is to start proving yourself wrong. Take action before you feel ready. Do the thing that scares you. Push yourself into situations that force you to grow, and stop waiting for permission. Stop waiting for someone to tell you that you're good enough. Stop waiting for the perfect time. Stop waiting for your fear to disappear. Because none of that is going to happen. Boundaries are not walls. They are not about shutting people out or being difficult. Boundaries are about respect for yourself, your time, your energy, and your emotional well-being. And let's be honest, most people struggle with setting them. Why? Because they are afraid of disappointing others. They are afraid of confrontation. They are afraid that if they say no, they'll lose relationships, opportunities, or approval. But here's the hard truth if you don't have boundaries. You will be drained, resentful, and stuck in a cycle where everyone else's needs come before your own. You teach people how to treat you. Every time you allow someone to take advantage of your time, every time you say yes when you really mean no, every time you put your own needs last, you send a message. You are telling people that it's okay to disrespect your time, that it's okay to overstep, that it's okay to expect you to be available 24/7. And the longer you allow it, the harder it becomes to break the cycle. Here's what happens when you don't set boundaries. You end up exhausted. You start feeling bitter toward people who constantly ask for favors, even though you're the one who never said no. You feel overwhelmed, stretched too thin, and completely out of control of your own life. You get stuck in relationships, jobs, and commitments that drain you instead of fulfill you. Now, let's flip that. What happens when you do set boundaries? At first, people might push back. They might not like it. If they're used to you always saying yes, your no might come as a shock. But you know what? That's their problem, not yours. Because setting boundaries isn't about making other people happy. It's about making sure you are not sacrificing yourself for everyone else. When you start setting boundaries, something amazing happens. You gain back your time. You gain back your energy. You gain back your sense of control over your own life. You stop feeling guilty for prioritizing yourself because you realize that you can't pour from an empty cup. You start attracting people who respect you, who don't just take, but also give. So how do you do it? How do you actually start setting boundaries when you've spent your entire life avoiding them? First, get clear on what's draining you. Where do you feel resentment in your life? Who are the people that constantly overstep? What situations leave you feeling exhausted? Your resentment is a signal telling you exactly where a boundary is missing. Next, start small. You don't have to overhaul your entire life overnight. Begin with something simple. Maybe it's not answering work emails after a certain time. Maybe it's saying no to a commitment that you don't actually want to do. Maybe it's limiting your time around people who drain you. And here's the big one. Stop over-explaining. You don't need a 10-minute excuse every time you say no. I can't make it this time is enough. That doesn't work for me is enough. I need some time for myself is enough. The more you over-explain, the more you give people room to argue or push back. Now, let's talk about the guilt. Because if you're used to putting everyone else first, setting boundaries is going to feel uncomfortable at first. You're going to feel guilty. You're going to wonder if you're being selfish. You're going to second guess yourself. But let me remind you, you are not responsible for managing other people's emotions. Your job is not to make everyone else happy at your own expense. Your job is to take care of yourself so that you can show up in your life fully without resentment, without exhaustion, and without feeling like you're constantly running on empty. And here's the truth. The right people will respect your boundaries, the wrong ones won't. And that's a good thing because it shows you who actually values you for who you are, not just for what you do for them. If someone reacts negatively to you setting a boundary, most people don't realize how much energy they waste on things that don't matter. They spend hours stressing over people's opinions, replaying past mistakes, worrying about things they can't control. And then they wonder why they feel exhausted, unmotivated, and stuck. If you want to be successful, if you want to go after your dreams, you have to get serious about where your energy is going. Imagine waking up every morning with a full tank of gas. That's your energy for the day. Now, every time you worry about something you can't change, that's like leaving your car running in the driveway. Every time you argue with someone who's committed to misunderstanding you, that's like hitting the gas but never actually moving. Every time you focus on things that don't push you forward, like gossip, self-doubt, comparison, you're burning fuel without going anywhere. You have to start protecting your energy like it's the most valuable resource you have, because it is. Energy is what drives you. It's what helps you stay focused, motivated, and determined. But if you waste it on negativity, on things outside your control, on people who drain you, you won't have anything left for the things that actually matter. Let's talk about one of the biggest energy drains, overthinking. How many times have you replayed a conversation in your head, wondering what you could have said differently? How often do you hesitate on making a decision because you're afraid of making the wrong one? Overthinking is a silent killer of dreams. It keeps you stuck in your head instead of moving forward in your life. The truth is, no amount of overanalyzing is going to give you certainty. You will never have 100% of the answers before you take action. And waiting until you feel completely ready is just another way of wasting time. Successful people don't have everything figured out before they start. They just start. They trust themselves to figure it out along the way. Another huge energy drain, trying to change people. Let's be real. How much time have you spent trying to prove yourself to someone who is never going to see your worth? How often do you exhaust yourself trying to convince people to change, to be different, to treat you better? That is a losing battle. You cannot change people. You can only change how you respond to them. You have to stop pouring your energy into people who refuse to grow. Stop explaining yourself to those who don't listen. Stop trying to be liked by people who don't respect you. The more energy you waste on people who don't deserve it, the less you have for the people who do. And let's talk about negativity, because nothing will drain you faster than surrounding yourself with the wrong people. You know exactly who I'm talking about. The people who complain about everything but never change anything. The ones who doubt every idea you have, who shoot down every dream, who make you feel smaller just so they can feel bigger. Your environment matters. The people you spend time with matter. If you're constantly around negativity, it's going to drag you down. It's going to make you question yourself, your goals, your ability to succeed. You cannot build a successful life while surrounded by people who are committed to staying stuck. So what do? You start getting intentional about where your energy goes. You stop entertaining thoughts that don't serve you. You stop engaging in drama that doesn't benefit you. You stop worrying about things you cannot change. Instead, you redirect that energy into what actually moves you forward. Focus on the things you can control: your attitude, your mindset, your work ethic, your choices, the people you allow into your life, the way you speak to yourself, the way you show up for your goals every single day. And most importantly, protect your energy like your success depends on it, because it does. You only get so much fuel each day.